So, Patricia, would you tell us how did this whole thing start?
I've been with a person for a very long time.
Right.
Um, it started like with the emotional aspect, saying that I'm not good enough, I'm this, the normal things that make you feel like scared.
So emotional abuse. It started with emotional abuse.
Yeah, he was always saying things. Then I got pregnant, and it was like, when you're pregnant, you feel sick sometimes.
Yeah.
You just, and it might be like you're slow in certain things.
Yes.
And he'll be like calling me an idiot. And so keep on abusing me.
Yeah.
But then when I had the baby, obviously I have to do cooking and all the things I have to do, of course, as a person in the house with your partner.
Yeah.
But I'm not realizing that one of the problems was that he was on drugs, and and that was one. And so when he's not on it, it makes him upset.
Reacts.
And so he'd be to physically hit me. But what he would say to me, I'm just rushing you. And I don't know about what's rushing.
Excuse me, what do you mean by
it's just rushing me? That means he's not doing nothing. But he was beating
so
me
hitting
up.
you means he's
I
really don't understand that. He's rushing
He's
you.
rushing me, yeah.
Rushing to beat you or rushing to hit?
He's beating me
I don't understand that.
He's beating me up.
So basically, you did not identify that this person was on drugs when you met him?
I did, but he never did it in front of me.
Right, okay.
But I think as he got used to me, he just thought, I
do it anyway.
Do what I want. I can do what I want.
So I guess already at this point your self-esteem was already low. So he didn't. For him, he knew that your self-esteem was low. So no matter what he told you, you were just staying there. So that emotional torture was there already, and then the physical kicked in as well.
Yes.
Wow.
And then maybe I don't know if you're going to ask me why did I stay? Because I look at it, I've got this young little baby, and plus I have a daughter, another daughter as well. She was 5, and I'm thinking, what do I do? I would love to run, but I can't because I've got this household to look after.
Yes.
I wanted to. There was times when I wanted to throw him out. Yeah. I just felt like I didn't have any strength. I didn't have any power. Yeah.
So it's more of what we spoke about in our last talk show. We spoke about culture. We spoke about the woman's place at home, thinking if I stay home, you're praying that one day it will get better. But the fact is, it doesn't really get better without help. It doesn't really get better if you're just by yourself there, and this person already knows that he has a hook on you, and it's not going to get better. And then the biggest mistake some of us do, and I'm very sure some of you listening to me right now, you and I know the biggest mistake we actually put in place to justify our reason for staying home, the children.
Yeah, I just want to give them a steady environment. I didn't want them to be, because they're so young, it'd be confusing. Now she's gone, now she's leaving. Why should, you know what I mean? They
didn't understand it. So okay, fair enough, I can understand the children were young, you were there, and you were receiving a lot of abuse just because you wanted to have a home, a unit, a home that you think, okay, these children will grow up. But did it cross your mind that, even you said you had a daughter who was 5, your daughter who was 5, did it cross your mind that this is actually having some emotional impact in her life at that time? Did you see any sign from her that she's frightened, or when he is at home?
Actually, I was quite lucky because she wasn't always there. Because I had a little bit of support from my family, so they would look after her. So especially because my baby was about 8 months, so obviously you get help. I got a little bit of help from my family, so they would take her and say, "Let me I'll look after her. Why? Because you've got to nurse your son and whatever." So maybe it would always seem to happen when she wasn't there. So I was lucky she didn't ever see, but still. It was not nice for the baby. I reckon it gave an impact
onto the baby. Because sometimes children might be just a year old, 2 years old, but guess what? They can perceive that things are not right. They start behaving funny. Either when they see your partner coming, they'll feel frightened, and sometimes they'll just be resentful. And you might not be noticing it because obviously you're not seeing the baby, so your focus is on that baby to make sure the baby is fine and your older daughter is doing okay. But what I want to say to people watching us right now is that even though Patricia stayed in that relationship, she also had a doubt. When I was talking to her before, she also had a doubt that she's like thinking, when will this be over? When will this be over? How long can I hold on to this? So exactly how long did you wait for?
Actually, I didn't wait for long because I was lucky. I had pastors. I called them. I think I remember calling a pastor when one of the situations was happening.
Yeah.
And that the pastor gave me the strength.
Wow.
Talking to me, you know, she didn't tell me to go or anything like that, but she talked to me and said that, you know, you can do better.
Yeah.
You can do better.
Yeah.
I don't know if I did right, but I wrote, because by this time he had another girlfriend.
Wow.
And I don't know if I did right, but I wrote to him and the girlfriend, and this is when it hit the fan, because he had come over.
Wow.
And he's just smashed everything.
Oh my
And
goodness.
he tried to smash me.
Wow.
And next minute he was going out the door. Yeah.
Wow.
And I'll never forget that time when he held the baby up and he's telling the baby, "My daddy's gone, and I was like, well.
Wow, wow. So basically, you went to find help, really. You know, a lot of problem we have these days that people are saying that they can't go to their pastors because of doctrines in church. Pastors say, "Oh, never leave your husband even you're about to die the next minute until probably they announce you dead." And then, "Oh, are we true?" No. You know, they have a lot of people have said they have problem going to their faith leaders. Could be a Christian, a Muslim, Hindu, woman, regardless of the religion. The fact is that because there's a doctrine laid in place that you don't divorce, you don't leave your partner, and this and that, people are dying every day. And the reason why we're taking this talk show to Africa is because we want to create awareness that women don't have to necessarily, they cannot get help of this abuser will not change. You don't have to stay in that relationship, because guess what? God has not given any human being the right to take another person's life. And when you notice this, a lot of emotional abuse and even domestic abuse we've come across is that the man or the woman, like I said, the man and the woman, because there are women who are abusing their husbands, there are women who are abusing their spouse. You know, they are having other affairs outside, and they come in and take it out on the woman. Now, in your situation, I think because of your nature, being kind, the kind of person you are, your partner's coming and taking advantage of that nature. Now, there are some people that will take advantage, but will not abuse you physically. They'll probably abuse you emotionally and make you feel worthless, and you know, and ride over you.
Yes.
But in this situation, he's done everything that needs to be done to be abusive towards you. And I know that as time goes on, you begin to ask yourself that question: how do I get out of this? And I thank God that you went to a pastor, and the pastor was able to encourage you and give you the willpower to fight. But I know it didn't stop there. And speaking to you before, I know it didn't stop there. There was another trauma that came up again. I mean, because why I'm asking Patricia this question, because a lot of you, as she's speaking, a lot of you are saying, "Oh my goodness, that's me. That is me. Lord, help me to get the same strength this woman had to run away from this relationship." So I need to ask this question. I know it didn't stop there for Patricia. She thought it was over, but something has happened after that. I mean, you can share this with people, because there are people that need to get help today.
Do you mean when it kept coming back?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it was so funny because the lady that he went off with, because all the other times, like every time she sees me, she'll turn her face, because it was actually in my estate where he met the lady.
Oh my word!
And
so you are living in the same. Whoa,
so
that is classic.
It was like torture, but I was praying all the time.
What?
And always praying all the time, and always praying. And so every time she sees me, because I have to pass her door, she put her head down, and I don't know where he was, and he actually moved out because of the prayers. I believe God did it, because he says that he will fight your battles for you. He's the avenger, not you.
Yes.
And they moved out together, and I was so happy, and I said, "Praise the Lord, they're out of this day. I don't have to see them. I don't."
Wow.
And then after about, I don't know how long it was, he came back, and I said, "What did you come back for? What do you want?" He said, "Because she brought a man into."
So what you do to others is being done to you, right? What you give, you get. Wow.
And he was trying to come back. I said, "No, you can't come back here." No. And I kind of gave in for a bit, and then I realised, no. because I'm just going to go through the same thing again.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I said no, and I put my foot down, and you know, it took a very long time.
Yeah.
It took a very long
Yeah.
time because he kept going and coming, going and coming and going and coming. But what we're 15 years later,
Wow.
because of how God has taught me so much and guided through pastors and through the pastor and everything, I've grown to forgive,
Yeah.
and I believe he's become a better father because he's away from me.
Yeah.
Because you know, that's why you see some women, they don't want the man to come back near, even to come to see the child.
Yeah.
Because he did try a lot. He tried a lot
Yeah.
to still try to trouble me.
Yeah.
But after a lot of prayers and, you know, fasting and things like that, he's become a better father in the fact that he sees his son outside and he do not come to my door.
So in other words, now, like you said prayer drove him out.
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
Okay, so in some in other cases, they don't know how to pray. They don't even have a relationship with God. What would you advise them to do? Because I mean, I know it was prayer, but I also know you had some counseling because after the damage is made, the emotional damage, you needed also some counseling. What kind of counseling did you get? And how would you encourage somebody watching you now who's still in that relationship that she's not sure she can come out of? How would you encourage them? They're not children of God. They're not Christians like you are. How would you encourage them?
Well, you know that there's Women's Aid, so you can go to Women's Aid and go and seek and get counselling.
Okay.
There's in your community, there's lots of counselling areas where you can go to.
Right.
But Women's Aid is the best one
Yeah.
because even if you don't want to, because if you want to run away, they can help you.
Yeah.
They can put you up and all that. But even if you don't want to run away and just want to see a counsellor, they will find you one. They will. There's places out there.
Okay.
And then of course you've got your I forgot what they call them.
We have other organizations.
The community. Yeah.
Okay, we'll be right back. We're just going to take a short break right now. I'll be right back again with Patricia. She has quite a lot to teach us today. See you soon.